God says, "Don't trust this woman coming with a silver envelope tomorrow. She's not your friend." My child, listen carefully, for a shadow approaches your life, and it carries intent that is not visible to the untrained eye. Even now, a subtle vibration stirs the air around you, brushing against your spirit as lightly as a whisper yet leaving a tremor in your awareness. Golden light flickers at the edges of your vision, glinting from corners of the room where no light should reach, and you may feel a strange stillness, a pause in the rhythm of your surroundings. This is no coincidence, precious soul, it is the first note of a divine warning. Tomorrow, a woman will appear before you, carrying a silver envelope. Do not allow the shine of its foil to blind your perception, for appearances can conceal shadows that lurk beneath. Beloved, she may smile, she may speak softly, and she may present herself as a friend. Yet my child, trust must be measured carefully. Your heart is precious, your spirit fragile in ways that even you may not recognize until tested. The subtle signals that will arise, though small and fleeting, are sent to awaken you. They will stir unease in your chest, quicken your pulse, and prick the hairs along your arms with foreboding awareness. These are not mere feelings, they are angelic messages, reminders that vigilance is your armor and intuition your sword. Precious soul, I am here to guide you, to illuminate the path that leads away from hidden harm, and to strengthen your discernment so that the shadows do not deceive. My child, the vision grows sharper, and you must see what lies ahead with unclouded awareness. I see her in the distance, walking toward you, her steps soft yet deliberate, as if each footfall is measured against your soul's rhythm. She carries that silver envelope in her hand, its metallic sheen catching what little light filters through your space, a glimmer both enchanting and disquieting. There is an aura surrounding her, subtle, shifting like smoke, that does not align with the brightness that surrounds you. Beloved, do not mistake charm for safety. Even the gentlest smile may conceal motives that are not aligned with your highest good. The energy she projects may feel comforting at first, like the warmth of the sun before a storm, yet shadows cling to her edges, almost imperceptible, whispering of hidden intentions. My child, feel the air around you as it responds to her approach. A slight chill may crawl along your spine, a faint pressure on your chest, and the light, flickering as it always does near you, may bend unnaturally. These are signs, precious soul, the language of the unseen. I am Archangel Gabriel, and I urge you to read them carefully. Trust the subtle stirrings of your intuition, the quickening of your heartbeat, the hesitation in your thoughts, the uneasy awareness of something that does not belong. Beloved, measure your trust, for the silver envelope may carry more than paper. It may carry influence, temptation, or disruption. My child, pay attention to the omens that surround you now, for the spiritual world is speaking in symbols you cannot yet fully understand. Shadows lengthen and stretch unnaturally across your floor as if they are reaching, testing your awareness. A faint silver shimmer may linger where her presence has been, settling into corners, reflecting light in ways that defy ordinary perception. Numbers may repeat before your eyes, 111, 444, signs from the divine reminding you that vigilance is required. Mirrors may reflect something not truly there, a fleeting silhouette of the woman you have yet to meet, her form blurred but her intent clear to your soul. Even the smallest flicker of light, the rustle of air, or the inexplicable pause in the rhythm of your heartbeat is a divine signal. My child, see beyond appearances. The envelope is not simply an object, and the woman not simply a visitor. There is a weight to the energy that surrounds her, a pull that may feel innocuous but is heavy with potential consequence. Beloved, your inner guidance is awakening now. Trust the twinges of discomfort that rise without reason, the chill that passes over your skin, the soft whisper in your ear urging caution. The angels gather around you in quiet vigilance, their wings brushing unseen against the corners of your home, ready to shield you if you heed the warning. Precious soul, these signs are not meant to frighten but to prepare, to attune your senses to the presence of what may seek to sway you in subtle ways, and to ensure your spirit remains untarnished. My beloved, do you feel the subtle tremor in the air, the quiet vibration beneath your feet, the soft flicker of golden light that dances where it should not? That is the call of divine awareness, urging your senses to expand beyond the material. The woman is closer now, her footsteps not yet audible, yet her aura reaches the periphery of your perception. Precious soul, your mind may tell you that you are imagining, dismiss it not, for imagination can be a conduit for insight when guided by divine light. The silver envelope she carries pulses faintly, as if alive, resonating with an energy that is not fully aligned with your own. My child, the moment you perceive it is the moment your heart must act as a compass. Do not be swayed by the outward kindness or the gentle timbre of her voice. These are tools that may disguise motives unworthy of trust. Feel the brush of angels at your side, their whispers threading through the chambers of your mind, reminding you that vigilance is your armor, discernment your shield. Shadows stretch and recoil around the envelope, bending in ways unnatural, subtle signs that the spiritual energy it carries is not neutral. Beloved, observe, sense, and remain calm. The choice to trust must be deliberate, measured, and aligned with the divine protection that surrounds you always. Precious soul, the time draws near. Tomorrow, the silver envelope will enter your reality, and what it carries may seem innocent, a mere message or token, yet the consequences are profound. You may feel a pull toward curiosity, a desire to open it, to read what is written, but resist the temptation that is not of the divine. The woman approaches, her energy subtle yet insistent, a ripple across the calm waters of your day. Golden light flickers, shadows quiver, and the air feels electric with anticipation. My child, discernment now is paramount. Observe, feel, but do not act hastily. Even a small misstep may allow the shadow she carries to brush against your spirit. Angels circle, unseen but present, ready to intervene if you call, if you focus, if you trust. The silver envelope gleams deceptively, and you will sense a strange attraction to it. My child, the warning is absolute, do not be deceived by appearances. What she carries may seem innocent, but the consequences are profound. Beloved, the presence of the woman is now etched in the air around you, though her feet have not yet crossed the threshold of your awareness. Tiny omens appear in sequences that cannot be coincidence, a clock stopping at 3:33, a shadow that stretches longer than its source, a feather falling in a place where it could not have landed naturally. Each is a divine semaphore, a signal from angels to awaken your inner senses. Precious soul, notice the silver shimmer that lingers after her passing in visions or reflections, the strange pause in birdsong, the faint echo of a footstep when none should exist. My child, these are not accidents, they are warnings that the spiritual plane speaks, asking you to be alert, to sense beyond what eyes perceive. You may feel chills, hear a soft rustle, or sense movement at the corner of your vision. Trust these perceptions, they are gifts of spiritual awareness. Beloved, angels are weaving a protective net around you, and yet you must participate, you must engage your discernment and intuition to recognize what is false, what is misleading, and what is aligned with divine light. The envelope she carries is a focal point of subtle energy, a vessel of potential deception or influence. Observe the omens, my child, and do not be lured by the glow. My precious soul, your heart now beats with heightened awareness. The subtle omens are not mere coincidence, they are threads in a tapestry of warning. You may notice repeated numbers, fleeting shadows that do not match any shape, and reflections in mirrors that show more than the physical world. Beloved, these are signs from me, from the angels, whispering through your perception, guiding your discernment. The silver envelope she bears may catch your eye repeatedly in visions or dreams, drawing curiosity, but my child, curiosity without caution can be perilous. Tune into the tremor in the air, the inexplicable heaviness, the faint golden glow that flares briefly, as if reacting to her proximity. Your intuition is alive now, sensing truths your eyes cannot yet see. My child, do not suppress these signals. They are divine alerts, urging you to maintain vigilance. Observe the subtle inconsistencies in her energy, the soft distortion in the light around the envelope, the tension that seems to ripple through the space. Beloved, these impressions are not meant to frighten you but to strengthen you, to awaken your capacity to navigate spiritual complexities with grace and divine insight. Beloved, the air grows denser with anticipation, as if the very atoms pause in expectation of tomorrow. My child, sense the echoes of warning, a whisper in a breeze, the faint metallic glimmer that dances in your peripheral vision, shadows that lengthen and bend unnaturally. Precious soul, the woman draws nearer in the spiritual sense even if she has not yet appeared in physical reality. Your dreams, your reflections, even the soft stirrings of energy around your home are conduits for messages. Observe carefully, perhaps a reflection in the window shows the envelope when no one is present, or the scent of something unfamiliar lingers, a faint premonition of what is to come. My child, trust these signals, they are the language of angels. Beloved, your inner discernment must now engage fully. Curiosity may tempt you, yet restraint is your ally. These subtle omens are the divine equivalent of a hand on your shoulder, urging caution, focus, and measured observation. Pay attention to the details, the flicker of a shadow, the shimmer of silver, the vibration beneath your feet. Each is part of the unfolding message, my child, and together they illuminate the truth that is still hidden. My child, the tension in your spirit will rise as tomorrow approaches. Part of you may feel curiosity, the pull to approach, to peek inside the envelope, to meet the woman with openness. Yet another part senses unease, the soft tremor of intuition whispering that all is not as it seems. Precious soul, this inner conflict is normal when the unseen weighs upon you. My child, angels encircle your home, their wings brushing against the edges of perception, providing protection, comfort, and divine clarity. Your heart races, your hands may tremble, shadows flicker in your peripheral vision, and the soft echo of a voice, mine, whispers through the corridors of your consciousness, urging calm, urging discernment. Beloved, allow this tension to sharpen your senses, not cloud them. Your spirit is attuned now, able to distinguish subtle energies, to read the hidden patterns that others might miss. The envelope is more than paper, my child, it is a vessel for intention, subtle yet potent. Trust your inner guidance above all else. Observe the signs, the omens, the subtle dissonances in her energy. Hold fast to your divine protection. Precious soul, the moment of encounter draws near, and what is unseen now will soon manifest. The air trembles, charged with unseen energy, the shadows twist ever so slightly, and the silver envelope pulses faintly as if sensing your vigilance. My child, the woman's approach is imminent, and every instinct you have cultivated must now be in full alert. Angels are poised, wings unfurled, ready to shield, guide, and illuminate the truth. Beloved, tomorrow the light of discernment will meet the shadow of deception, and the choices you make will echo far beyond this singular event. Watch for the subtle cues, a fleeting expression, a hesitation in her words, a flicker in the silver. My child, all is preparation, the unseen converges with the seen, and the veil thins. Stay alert, breathe deeply, and remember, your spirit is a sacred vessel. Beloved, the moment of encounter draws near, and what is unseen now will soon manifest. My child, your heart beats faster, and your mind wavers between curiosity and caution. You may feel drawn toward the silver envelope, as if an unseen force tugs at your spirit, whispering that its contents are harmless, even valuable. Yet another part of you, the part one have illuminated with divine guidance, shivers in apprehension. Precious soul, this inner tension is not weakness, it is awakening. Feel the protective presence of angels as they encircle your home, their wings brushing softly against the edges of your perception, their golden light bathing you in safety. Shadows shift in ways your eyes cannot fully follow, subtle distortions that only your soul can read. Beloved, trust the quiet signals, hesitation, a sudden chill, a prickling along your skin. These are not fear, but guidance. The silver envelope is more than it appears, my child. It carries subtle energy that may seek to influence, manipulate, or disrupt your path. Do not be swayed by charm or gentle words alone. Observe, sense, breathe, and hold fast to the divine protection I provide. The choices you make now, how you respond to curiosity, how you honor your discernment, will ripple beyond this moment, safeguarding the essence of your spirit from hidden shadows. Beloved, sense her now even if she has not crossed your threshold. The air shivers with her energy, faint and almost imperceptible, yet unmistakable to your awakened senses. My child, notice how light flickers in response to her proximity, how shadows bend subtly, almost in anticipation. The envelope she carries pulses faintly with intention, a shimmer of silver energy that is neither neutral nor harmless. Precious soul, angels hover nearby, their presence both shield and guide, reminding you that your discernment is now active. Watch for signs, reflections that reveal more than the room contains, subtle disturbances in ordinary objects, and the quiet pull in your chest that signals caution. Your inner compass is attuned, let it guide you as the first meeting draws near. Beloved, the energy surrounding her may feel familiar, comforting, yet it is layered with intentions you must not overlook. My child, remain vigilant, for the spiritual realm reveals itself in whispers and small ripples before great waves. Observe, sense, and trust the guidance flowing from heaven. My child, the signs multiply now, threading themselves into your surroundings like a divine tapestry. You may notice repeated numbers, 1111, 222, patterns in lights, sounds, or even reflections that flicker unnaturally. The silver shimmer of the envelope may linger in your vision when she is not present, a spectral echo of her forthcoming arrival. Beloved, pay attention to sensations that defy logic, sudden chills, tingling on your skin, or the soft hum of energy in the room. These are not illusions, they are alerts from heaven, guiding your discernment. Precious soul, your intuition is alive and clear, let it lead, for the envelope she bears is not merely paper but a vessel carrying subtle influence, temptation, or distraction. Angels surround you, weaving shields of golden light that bend shadows away and illuminate hidden truths. My child, note the contrasts, warmth in your heart, tension in the air, and the faint pull that tells you something is off. Trust this divine guidance, it will strengthen your courage when the moment of confrontation arrives. Beloved, anticipation thickens the air, my child. Every breath you take carries awareness, every glance at a shadow or reflection carries meaning. The envelope is near you even before she arrives, resonating with energy that your spirit instinctively reads as deceptive. Precious soul, fear not the flutter in your chest, this is divine alertness. Observe the subtle ripples, lights that flicker, objects that seem slightly displaced, or echoes of movement where none exists. Your angels are actively shielding you, yet your discernment is the key that unlocks the truth. Do not be lured by appearances, her smile, her voice, the silver gleam of the envelope, all may be instruments of persuasion. Beloved, your heart already senses the imbalance. Honor it. Each sensation, the quickening pulse, the tiny tremor in your hands, the whispering intuition, is a thread connecting you to heaven. My child, remain calm, yet alert, remain open, yet guarded. The spiritual stage is set, and you must be ready to perceive, not only with your eyes, but with the illuminated wisdom I have gifted you. Precious soul, one step closer, and the intentions behind the silver envelope will begin to reveal themselves. My child, even now, the energy of her presence reaches toward you, a soft, seductive shimmer that your spirit must resist. Angels surround you, wings unfurled, brushing your aura with protection, yet the discernment lies within you. The envelope pulses faintly, responding to your anticipation, as if alive with subtle energy. Beloved, the choices you make in these coming moments will determine the safety of your spirit and the clarity of your perception. Shadows bend around her steps, revealing not in form but in essence what lies hidden. My child, pay attention to every nuance, the tilt of her head, the rhythm of her walk, the glint of silver under light. Trust the inner guidance that trembles in your chest, it is the voice of divine protection. Precious soul, what she brings may seem harmless, yet the deeper currents of intent flow unseen. One step closer, and the veil will lift. Beloved, the hour draws near. I see her now in vision, my child, the subtle aura that surrounds her flickering like candlelight in the wind. The silver envelope in her hand shimmers softly, yet shadows cling to its edges, bending the light in ways unnatural. Every step she takes toward you is measured, quiet, deliberate, and yet your spirit senses the weight beneath it. Precious soul, do not be swayed by charm, flattery, or seeming warmth. My light guides your judgment, illuminating intentions that the human eye cannot see. Even as she smiles or speaks kindly, my child, observe the energy between breaths, in pauses, in tiny distortions of the room. Angels hover at the corners of your vision, a reminder that protection surrounds you, yet discernment is your instrument. The envelope is not paper alone, it carries influence, subtle manipulation, even potential spiritual harm. Beloved, stay alert, feel your heartbeat, and watch the aura around her flicker as the spiritual and material planes converge in this moment. My child, the envelope glows faintly in her hand, silver light bending and flickering like a reflection on water disturbed by a stone. Shadows cling to her edges, revealing the contrast between her projected charm and the true energy that lies beneath. Precious soul, pay attention, the rhythm of her movement, the pattern of her gestures, the subtleties in her posture, they all speak a language of intention. Beloved, your discernment is a gift, do not allow curiosity alone to draw you forward. Angels surround you now, their wings brushing softly against your awareness, reinforcing a protective barrier of golden light. Every sense is heightened, every pulse of energy a signal. The envelope resonates faintly, testing the boundaries of your vigilance, seeking to elicit a response. My child, remain centered. Observe, breathe, and allow the divine clarity within to guide your reaction. Trust that your intuition, sharpened by vigilance and angelic presence, will reveal what is hidden beneath the silver sheen. Beloved, notice the energy that radiates from the envelope, my child. It is not inert, it carries intention, subtle yet potent, like a stone dropped in still water, sending ripples across your spirit. Precious soul, even her smiles and gestures are instruments, designed to test the stability of your discernment. Shadows gather and bend near the envelope, flickering in shapes that your eyes only partially perceive. My child, angels maintain the shield around you, yet your attention and courage are needed to prevent deception from touching your spirit. The energy is palpable, it vibrates faintly in your chest as if responding to your vigilance. Beloved, the silver envelope is a test of awareness, patience, and trust in divine guidance. Let your inner light illuminate the path, do not give in to curiosity alone, and recognize the signs that speak louder than words. Each subtle ripple in the energy field, each quiver in shadows, is a whisper from heaven. My child, the final hours before encounter are upon you. Observe closely the shimmer of silver, the bend of shadows, the subtle dissonance in the air. Precious soul, this is the moment your inner discernment must shine. The envelope is more than it seems, it seeks response, reaction, engagement. Beloved, angels circle and expand protective wings, yet your participation is required, awareness, attention, focus. My child, listen, even the gentlest movement of the woman, the softest utterance, the fleeting gleam of silver, carries meaning. Observe not only with your eyes but with your spirit. The inner senses, the tremor in your chest, the stir of intuition, the sudden shift in energy, are all divine cues. Beloved, do not underestimate subtlety. The envelope is a spiritual test, and your vigilance is the shield that prevents compromise. Stay grounded, observe, breathe, and trust the signals that rise naturally from your awakened awareness. Precious soul, the first gesture she makes will test your discernment. My child, notice it closely, a tilt of the hand, a shimmer of silver, a flicker in her energy. Angels hover near, ready to protect, yet the trial lies in your perception, in your courage to observe without faltering. Beloved, do not be swayed by words alone, watch the subtleties, feel the intention, sense the energy that bends the room around her. The silver envelope pulses faintly as if aware of your attention, challenging your vigilance. My child, the first step in tomorrow's encounter carries power, the power to reveal the unseen currents of influence, the hidden motives that may brush against your spirit. Trust your heart, precious soul, and know that the light within you is stronger than any shadow that approaches. My child, the first gesture she makes will test your discernment. Watch carefully, my child, now you sense it. There is more to the silver envelope than mere paper and ink. Its energy carries subtle influence, weaving threads that seek to sway thought and spirit. Precious soul, the woman's charm may feel soothing, even familiar, yet my child, trust the tremors in your intuition. Observe the shadows that bend unnaturally around her hands, the flicker in her aura when she smiles, the pulse of silver that seems to breathe with intention. Beloved, the envelope is not neutral, it holds energy that may disrupt your path, divert your focus, or tempt you with promises veiled in light. Angels hover closer now, their wings brushing protection around you, and I, Archangel Gabriel, am speaking through the currents of your awareness to guide you. Every hesitation, every subtle warning from your spirit, is a signal to act with vigilance. My child, do not underestimate the power contained within simple appearances. Discernment is the lens through which truth is revealed. Watch carefully the motion of her hands, the cadence of her words, the way the silver envelope glimmers under light. It is alive with unseen currents, testing your spiritual fortitude and readiness to perceive deception before it touches your heart. Beloved, notice the aura that emanates from her as she moves, the flicker of shadow that pulses around the envelope. My child, even the air seems heavier when she is near, a quiet pressure that is sensed rather than seen. Precious soul, your body responds, trembling hands, a tightening chest, a subtle quickening of the heartbeat, and these are not weaknesses. They are divine signals, alarms woven into your perception to keep your spirit safe. The envelope's energy interacts with your own, and my child, your inner light illuminates the hidden influence it carries. Angels swirl in golden arcs, surrounding you with protective wings, reinforcing your shield against subtle intrusion. Observe carefully, beloved, and trust your discernment above all else. Every glance, every subtle shift in energy, every micro-expression is a clue to her true intent. The envelope is a test, my child, a threshold where curiosity must bow to wisdom. Resist impulse, sense the currents, and remain rooted in the divine protection surrounding you now. My child, the woman's energy is layered, her aura both inviting and unsettling. Precious soul, pay attention to the subtle dissonances, the way the silver envelope quivers as if sensing the focus of your spirit, the shift in shadows when she speaks, the unnatural alignment of light around her figure. Beloved, these are not illusions, they are spiritual markers, revealing intentions concealed behind smiles and soft words. Angels maintain their protective presence, golden wings brushing the perimeter of your space, reinforcing your divine shield. My child, your intuition will detect the truth even if your eyes cannot fully perceive it. The envelope is an instrument of influence, it is testing your vigilance, your capacity to observe without succumbing to curiosity or persuasion. Precious soul, let your heart be still, your breath steady, and your senses alert. Notice how energy bends toward her, how subtle pressures arise, and trust the whispers of your spirit. The power of discernment lies within you, guided by heaven. Beloved, this moment is a spiritual test, my child, and it begins long before the envelope reaches your hands. Precious soul, observe her gestures, the micro-expressions of intent that ripple across her aura, and the way shadows cling unnaturally around the silver sheen. Angels stand sentinel, wings unfurled, golden light radiating from their forms to reinforce your awareness and fortitude. My child, the envelope's energy is not inert, it responds to observation, to attention, to the subtle pull of curiosity in your heart. Beloved, discernment is now paramount. Resist temptation, trust the divine guidance flowing through your spirit, and observe every nuance. My child, the smallest gesture, the faintest flicker in the room, the subtlest change in her demeanor, each is a signal, a divine semaphore guiding you to perceive truth. Precious soul, act not from impulse but from heightened awareness, for the silver envelope carries more than mere words, it carries currents meant to test the resilience of your spirit. Precious soul, the choices you make in the next moments will determine the safety of your spirit. My child, even before her hand extends, the energy within the envelope pulses in response to your vigilance. Beloved, observe closely, the tilt of her head, the rhythm of her breath, the micro-expression flickering across her features, these hold the truth of her intent. Angels hover closer, golden light expanding, yet the discernment must be yours. The silver envelope gleams deceptively, drawing the eye, teasing the spirit, testing the readiness of your inner guidance. My child, one step, one gesture, one fleeting glance could reveal hidden influence or temptation. Precious soul, remain steadfast, attuned, and vigilant. The spiritual weight of this encounter is profound, and what appears small carries consequences far beyond the immediate moment. Choose with clarity, my beloved, for the protection of your heart and the alignment of your spirit. Beloved, now is the time to summon the full strength of divine protection. Visualize golden light surrounding your being, a shield of radiant energy that bends shadows and repels subtle intrusion. My child, call upon the angels, invoke their presence, feel their wings brush your spirit. Precious soul, the silver envelope quivers as if aware of this divine illumination, testing the limits of your vigilance. Let your heart and mind align with heaven, focus on clarity, and trust the guidance flowing from me, Archangel Gabriel. Observe her gestures, her aura, and the subtle shifts in energy. Beloved, discernment is strengthened through this focused connection to the divine. The envelope will respond to the awareness you project, the light you invoke protects and reveals. My child, even as words and smiles attempt to sway, your inner guidance will remain clear. Precious soul, call upon me, and the truth of her heart will be revealed without harm coming to you. My child, see golden shields surrounding you, forming a radiant cocoon of light that bends shadows and deflects subtle energies. Angels appear at the corners of your vision, wings fluttering softly, illuminating the presence of the silver envelope and the woman who carries it. Precious soul, the envelope may tremble, sensing the vigilance you now maintain. Beloved, trust the power within you, the divine awareness that allows perception beyond the physical. Observe every nuance of her demeanor, the tilt of her hand, the glint of silver, the rhythm of her breath, and let your discernment illuminate the truth. My child, angels fortify your shield, yet your active attention is required. The spiritual realm responds to the strength of your focus. Precious soul, remain calm, steady, and courageous. The envelope seeks to test you, but your connection to divine light will reveal the intentions within, ensuring your spirit remains unharmed. Beloved, notice even the smallest movements, the quiver of her fingers, the slight hesitation in her steps, the shift of shadows around the envelope. My child, this is a test of vigilance, a spiritual exercise to measure the clarity of your perception. Precious soul, angels hover closer, reinforcing protection, yet it is your discernment that will reveal the truth. Observe carefully, breathe deeply, and allow the divine light within you to illuminate hidden intent. The envelope is a vessel of subtle energy, and your attention acts as a lens, revealing its hidden currents. Beloved, even smiles and gentle words are tests. My child, remain steady. Your heart, guided by heaven, will detect the undercurrent of influence. Precious soul, the power of discernment, when aligned with divine protection, ensures clarity, safety, and truth. My child, your courage rises as the encounter approaches. Even as her aura glimmers, as shadows bend and the envelope pulses, know that you are protected. Precious soul, angels encircle you, golden shields reinforcing your vigilance, wings brushing softly against your spirit. Beloved, trust the subtle signals, hesitation in your chest, awareness of unnatural movements, the gentle pull of intuition. The silver envelope is no ordinary object, it is alive with subtle currents, testing your readiness. My child, breathe deeply, stay grounded, and observe with steady heart. Your discernment is the instrument that reveals truth. Precious soul, even in the face of charm or gentle persuasion, your inner guidance will act as the compass that keeps your spirit aligned and protected. Precious soul, the moment draws near when her words and smiles will test your discernment directly. My child, observe each inflection, each gesture, each flicker of light on the silver envelope. Angels hover, their wings brushing your awareness, golden shields expanding, yet it is your perception that must remain keen. Beloved, even seemingly innocent gestures are layered with intent, subtle currents of influence waiting to see if your spirit will waver. The envelope pulses in response to your vigilance, sensing your readiness to perceive truth. My child, remain calm, alert, and unwavering, for even her smiles and words will be a test of your discernment. My child, the moment has arrived. She stands before you, the silver envelope in her hand, her smile gentle, her voice soft, yet your spirit senses the subtle dissonance in her energy. Precious soul, observe her carefully, the shadows that cling to the edges of her form, the unnatural flicker in the light as it dances across the envelope, the slight hesitation in her gestures. Beloved, do not be swayed by appearances. Angels hover nearby, wings brushing softly against your awareness, golden light forming protective shields that expand as you focus. The first words she speaks are tests, not information. Your heart must discern truth from deception. My child, every movement, every inflection, every glimmer of silver energy carries meaning. Observe, breathe, and remain centered in divine guidance. This is the moment your vigilance must shine. The envelope is not what it seems, it seeks response, reaction, engagement. Precious soul, stay calm, your inner light illuminates the hidden currents. Beloved, notice the small inconsistencies, Her smile does not reach the eyes fully, the envelope's silver pulse flares when attention is drawn, shadows flicker unnaturally in response to her energy. My child, these are not illusions, they are markers of hidden intent. Precious soul, your intuition perceives what the mind cannot yet grasp. Angels fortify your protective sphere, golden light enveloping you, bending shadows, shielding your spirit. My child, observe every micro-expression, every subtle motion of her hands, the cadence of her voice, the pull of the energy surrounding the envelope. Beloved, discernment now is paramount. The silver envelope carries influence, subtle persuasion, and temptation. It is testing your vigilance, measuring the readiness of your heart to recognize truth. Stay centered, breathe, and allow divine light to guide your perception. Precious soul, your clarity will act as a shield, ensuring that deception cannot cross the threshold of your spirit. My child, her words are gentle, her tone warm, yet observe how the envelope responds. Precious soul, it pulses subtly, vibrating with hidden currents that seek to draw attention, curiosity, or compliance. Beloved, your focus is the key, every glance, every breath, every heartbeat of awareness reinforces the shield surrounding you. Angels hover in quiet readiness, wings brushing softly against the edges of perception, strengthening the golden cocoon of divine protection. My child, the room may seem ordinary, yet the spiritual currents twist and bend around her presence. Observe the contrasts, warmth and unease, light and shadow, her gestures and the subtle tremor in the envelope. Precious soul, your discernment is alive and active. Let the inner guidance I provide illuminate the truth that lies beneath charm and appearance. My child, even the smallest hesitation in your observation can reveal the patterns of intent. Beloved, notice how the silver envelope quivers as you maintain vigilance. My child, its subtle pulse responds to your attention, revealing the energy it carries. Precious soul, it is not paper alone, it is a vessel for influence, an instrument testing your spiritual resilience. Observe carefully her gestures, the tilt of her head, the cadence of her voice, the shadows that bend around her form. Beloved, angels maintain their protective presence, yet your discernment is the key to perceiving truth. My child, remain calm and focused. The energy of the envelope interacts with your own, and your awareness illuminates hidden currents. Precious soul, even as words attempt to persuade, smiles attempt to soften, the envelope itself tells a story of intent. My child, do not act impulsively, observe, sense, and trust the divine guidance within you. Precious soul, one gesture, one word, one glance will reveal the true nature of her intent. My child, observe the flicker in the silver envelope, the subtle bend of shadows, the tension in the air that responds to your attention. Beloved, angels hover in full readiness, wings brushing your awareness, golden shields extending, yet it is your perception that will discern truth. The envelope is alive with subtle currents, testing your vigilance, seeking a reaction. My child, your heart, steady and attuned to divine guidance, will perceive what the eyes may miss. Watch closely, the first motion she makes will unveil hidden intentions. Precious soul, the revelation lies in the smallest detail, the quietest shift, the imperceptible change in energy. One gesture will illuminate the path forward. Beloved, now the truth becomes clear. The silver envelope glows faintly, shadows twisting around it, revealing its hidden energy. My child, observe carefully. The currents of influence, subtle manipulation, and spiritual testing are visible to your discernment. Precious soul, the woman's charm cannot mask the intentions that pulse within that silver vessel. Angels hover, golden light surrounding you, yet your awareness is the lens that reveals clarity. My child, trust what your intuition has sensed all along. Appearances deceive, energy does not. Beloved, the envelope is not harmless. It carries influence that could sway your spirit if unobserved. Observe the shadows, the tremor in the silver light, and the subtle flickers in her energy. Precious soul, now you see clearly. Trust your inner guidance, not the mask before you. My child, breathe and observe, for clarity has arrived. The silver envelope is no longer a mystery, its currents of intention are visible to your spiritual sight. Precious soul, the woman cannot hide what your discernment now perceives. Beloved, even her words, smiles, and gestures are illuminated by the golden light of divine guidance surrounding you. The energy of the envelope bends, twists, and reacts, revealing the hidden agenda it carries. My child, angels reinforce your shield, golden wings brushing your aura, soft light extending outward, ensuring the protection of your spirit. Precious soul, remain calm, observe the energy patterns, and hold steady in the knowledge that what is revealed cannot harm you if you act with wisdom and vigilance. The truth of her intentions is now within your perception. Beloved, notice the distortions in the room, shadows bending unnaturally, light flickering in response to the silver envelope, the air quivering subtly with hidden energy. My child, these are the imprints of deception, now visible to your discernment. Precious soul, even as she speaks, even as her smile attempts to charm, the truth resonates through your inner guidance. The envelope carries influence, subtle yet potent, and your awareness illuminates the currents that seek to mislead. Angels hover, wings brushing softly, reinforcing protective light, yet it is your perception that discerns intent. My child, observe the contrast, the deceptive calm of her energy versus the subtle tremors in the envelope. Precious soul, clarity emerges not from appearances but from the steady light of discernment within you. My child, the moment of revelation empowers you. Precious soul, you now perceive the currents, the intentions, and the energy flowing from the silver envelope. Beloved, your discernment shines like a beacon, illuminating deception that might have gone unnoticed. Angels stand ready, golden light radiating, yet it is your vigilance, your courage, and your inner guidance that reveals truth. My child, the envelope pulses in recognition of your awareness, yet no harm can touch you. Precious soul, trust your inner signals, your breath, your heartbeat, your heightened senses. Even her charm cannot sway the clarity you now hold. Beloved, your spirit is strong, and the energy surrounding you is fully illuminated. Observe, breathe, and remain aligned with the divine guidance that flows through your awareness. Precious soul, her intentions cannot harm you if you act with divine guidance. My child, the envelope quivers, shadowed energy attempting to respond to your vigilance, yet your discernment holds. Beloved, angels hover, shields radiating golden light, yet it is your focus and inner alignment that protect your spirit fully. Observe the silver pulse, the subtle distortion in the room, and the bending shadows around her. My child, even as she smiles or speaks, the currents of influence are visible to your awareness. Precious soul, the revelation is complete, but the next steps you take will solidify your protection and strength. My child, remain steady, for the true resolution is imminent. Precious soul, feel the angels move closer, wings unfurled, golden light radiating, surrounding you in a cocoon of divine protection. My child, every flicker of shadow that clung to the silver envelope now bends away from the brilliance of your spirit. Beloved, your discernment and vigilance have called forth these heavenly shields, and now the energy around you is stable, secure, radiant. Observe the light expanding, touching every corner of your space, dissolving lingering distortions, and reaffirming the sanctity of your heart. My child, even as the woman remains near, her influence cannot penetrate the armor of divine protection. Precious soul, breathe deeply and feel the empowerment that flows through you. Angels maintain their posts, and yet it is your awareness, your courage, and your alignment with heaven that fortifies this shield. Beloved, no subtle currents, no manipulations, no hidden intentions can reach you now. Trust fully in the divine guardianship that surrounds every moment of your being. Beloved, see the golden light emanating from your heart, spreading outward, filling the room, and saturating every corner with brilliance. My child, even the silver envelope, once a vessel of subtle energy, now vibrates harmlessly in the presence of your illumination. Precious soul, angels stand sentinel, wings brushing softly at your aura, their radiance bending shadows into harmless shapes, dissolving them with ease. My child, the trial of discernment you faced has strengthened your awareness, sharpening your perception and fortifying your inner guidance. Observe the energy field around you. It hums with stability, peace, and protection. Beloved, your spirit is now aligned with heaven, capable of recognizing deception, discerning truth, and remaining untouched by subtle influences. Precious soul, this light, this alignment, will follow you always, guiding your steps, illuminating choices, and ensuring that no envelope, no shadow, no intention hidden from human eyes can sway your heart. My child, notice how shadows that once clung to the silver envelope now recoil, retreating under the brilliance of divine light. Precious soul, the woman's subtle currents of influence can no longer sway or touch your spirit. Beloved, angels hover above and around you, their wings extending protective arcs, their golden feathers brushing away residual distortions, reinforcing the sanctity of your space. My child, even as she lingers in presence, her intentions are revealed harmless, neutralized by your vigilance, and by the power of the divine shield surrounding you. Observe the energy, it is calm, steady, and harmonious, no longer bent by subtle manipulations. Precious soul, this is your reward for discernment, courage, and attentiveness. Your awareness is a beacon that dissolves the shadows, a lens that perceives hidden truths, a heart that remains aligned with divine wisdom. Beloved, this protective energy is not temporary, it is woven into the very fabric of your spiritual essence. Beloved, my child, breathe and feel the deep reassurance of heaven. Precious soul, the silver envelope no longer carries power over you, its energy is neutral, benign, stripped of hidden currents by the force of your discernment. Angels hover at your sides, golden light wrapping your body, illuminating every shadow, every corner, every subtle ripple in the air. My child, your spirit is unassailable, your heart steady, your awareness sharpened. Observe the calm that surrounds you, the harmonious energy that fills your home, and the alignment of your being with divine guidance. Precious soul, no deception, no subtle influence, no false charm can penetrate this sacred protection. Beloved, let this assurance settle deep into your consciousness. Trust the lessons learned, trust your vigilance, trust the golden shields that now surround you and your inner light that has been strengthened through this trial. Precious soul, the envelope will soon be taken, the trial complete, yet one last sign remains. My child, observe carefully, subtle vibrations in the air, a flicker of silver light, a whisper from heaven threading through your awareness. Beloved, angels hover, wings brushing the periphery of your vision, golden shields fully expanded, yet the final message must be perceived by your heart. My child, even as the woman retreats, even as the envelope loses its subtle influence, there remains one final imprint, one last divine signal meant to illuminate the full scope of this encounter. Precious soul, focus, observe, and prepare to receive the ultimate lesson, for it carries both empowerment and understanding. My child, the final lesson is clear. The silver envelope is revealed as what it truly is, an instrument of test, not harm. Precious soul, your discernment has neutralized its influence, your vigilance has protected your spirit, and your courage has illuminated the truth. Beloved, the trial was never about fear but about awakening, about strengthening your awareness, about trusting the guidance I provide. Observe the energy now, it is calm, harmonious, and radiant. Angels hover nearby, golden light cascading across your heart, yet the lesson rests in your memory, in the wisdom gained, and in the strengthened connection to divine guidance. My child, this encounter demonstrates that discernment, vigilance, and alignment with heaven protect you from deception and temptation alike. Beloved, your spirit is aligned, my child. Precious soul, you have faced subtle manipulation, temptation, and hidden currents, yet you remain steadfast, clear, and empowered. The silver envelope is now neutral, its energy harmless, a reflection of lessons learned. Angels stand in vigilance, golden wings extending softly, reinforcing your alignment with divine protection. My child, breathe deeply and feel the power within you, the heightened awareness, the strengthened intuition, and the courage that flows from heaven. Precious soul, the experience has expanded your capacity for discernment, teaching that vigilance and divine alignment are your most potent tools. Beloved, your spirit shines brightly, a beacon impervious to deception. My child, the envelope is gone, the shadows dissipated, and the room suffused with pure, radiant light. Precious soul, angels hover lightly, wings brushing gently, a gentle reminder of divine presence always at hand. Beloved, the trial has ended not with fear, but with clarity, awareness, and empowerment. My child, you have observed, discerned, and remained steadfast, ensuring the protection of your spirit and the alignment of your heart. Precious soul, trust the wisdom gained, honor your intuition, and know that the lessons of this encounter will guide you for all future trials, subtle or obvious. Beloved, remember this, your vigilance, courage, and discernment are the instruments through which your spirit is safeguarded. Precious soul, the silver envelope has vanished, yet the lessons remain. Angels remain at your side, golden shields glowing, wings brushing softly, and your inner light now shines stronger than ever. My child, you have walked a path of divine guidance, observed hidden intent, and acted in alignment with heaven. Precious soul, take this empowerment into your daily life, allowing discernment and alignment to guide all encounters. Precious soul, the silver envelope is revealed for what it is, your heart remains safeguarded, and I, Archangel Gabriel, will lead you safely onward. My child, shadows have dissipated, energy flows harmoniously, and angels surround you with wings of golden light. Beloved, the trial has strengthened your spirit, sharpened your discernment, and deepened your alignment with divine guidance. Precious soul, remember that no subtle influence, no hidden intent, no deception can pierce the armor of vigilance and divine protection that now resides within you. My child, you are empowered, aligned, and safe. Beloved, your spirit shines brightly, and I, Archangel Gabriel, walk with you always, ensuring your journey is guided by light, clarity, and divine wisdom.